while ago, I drove Jaguar's first ever SUV, the F-Pace in Montenegro. I'm sure you guys remember it, but for those who don't, let's just take a glimpse back as to what I felt. It has all the Jaguar DNA with a long bonnet, short overhang, and the S-type derived tail lights. But what makes it special is the way the metal is just so tautly stretched across the body. Small creases create highlights, and its tightly skinned look with a steeply raked front and rear windscreens lend it a sporty air. Yes, it is stunning to look at too. I'm in the 2-liter now, and this one does the job, but as you can hear, it really toils at it, and you can hear it at most times. It's happy to amble around, and as long as you're using it at fast throttle, it's fine. It's when you put your foot down for more that you find it a little lacking. Now don't get me wrong, the 2-liter never struggles at all. We'll get up to triple-digit speed easily, just in a very linear, matter-of-fact manner. This 3-liter engine is just so effortless. It puts a smile on your face almost instantly. You can extend your foot wherever you want in the range, and it just belches out this huge wave of torque that you can ride on endlessly. I often don't realize just how quick I'm going, and the corners come up in a flash as I wind my way up the hill. I'm enthralled by the way the F-Pace is keeping me engaged. Now this electric power-assisted steering is really quite incredible. Small deflections bring about reactions, and it feels quite accurate and sharp. Makes you feel very connected to the road. So they did tick off all the boxes they set out to. Does it have what it takes to take on the competition? Well, they're definitely going to have to sit up and take notice and be worried about this Jaguar F-Pace. To answer your question, should I buy one? It's an emphatic yes. And if you prefer being behind the wheel, then definitely 3-liter over the 2. Well, a couple of months later, and the Jaguar F-Pace is on Indian soil. Let's find out what it feels like here. So it's got the familiar Jaguar genetics. It's got that pulsating start button that beckons you to start up this car, and the gear lever that rises out of the central console. It's a rich, well-finished interior that really feels premium. Quality is all top-notch. You've got double-stitched leather across the dash with this red stitching. In fact, because this is the R Sport version, we've got this dual-toned red and black racy interior, and of course this version is loaded with equipment. A 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster, the Meridian sound system, and there's all-wheel drive and a host of safety features too. What's unique is that the F-Pace is one of the rare premium SUVs currently in the market to be equipped with a full-size spare wheel. It also gets the very fancy park assist feature, which not only lets the driver steer the car into a parallel or perpendicular parking spot, it also lets the driver out of a parallel park slot. This back seat is nice and spacious. It's got lots of leg room, nice headroom. The panoramic sunroof really opens it up. But it is best for only 2 back here because the central console does come quite a bit into the rear seat. However, you can get quite comfortable because there's also a recline for the backrest. It reclines a little bit and lets you get just that bit more cushy. If you compare it to the other sporty SUV of its size, the Macan, it definitely has more legroom. But what's it like to drive in our conditions? Well, since we did prefer the 3-litre engine when we drove it earlier in Montenegro, that's the one we chose for India as well, the R Sport. Price-wise, this would pit itself against the Porsche Macan. You know, it's just so refined, this engine, and it just makes driving absolutely an effortless experience. The 8-speed gearbox does the job of swapping cogs efficiently, and I rarely had to access the paddle shift. Put your foot down and you get this nice, long, linear tug of acceleration. Getting up to triple-digit speeds is really easy. There's ample torque to help you cut through traffic gaps or overtake on a highway. And performance is right up there, getting to the 100 mark in just under 7 seconds. In fact, the whole experience is impressive. And being behind the wheel of this is definitely an involving experience. You know, to go with the performance, you've got great handling. In fact, very often, you know, this car just does more than you would expect it to do. Levels of grip around the corners are just quite phenomenal. Drive the F-Pace on a section of twisties and you're guaranteed to get a big fat grin across your face. You often find yourself surprised at the amount of speed you can carry through the corner. It may not be that razor-sharp Porsche handling, but it's as close as you can get. Combined with that kind of handling, what is exceptional even in our conditions, which is one thing that I was worried about earlier, is the ride quality. This just pummels through anything on the road. Trust me, I've been through some pretty bad sections of road today, and I've come away feeling absolutely unfettered, absolutely pampered in the lap of luxury. I drove up and down battered sections of road all day testing and shooting. The F-Pace didn't allow me to feel how bad it really was. It just kept me so well cocooned and isolated. There are 4 different driving modes: Eco, Comfort, Dynamic, and Rain, Snow and Ice. Whilst the Dynamic heightens the responses up front, it really doesn't destroy the experience in the back seat, and that's what is impressive. Even in the stiffest of modes, the F-Pace has great ride quality. Speaking of luxury, I mean, this cabin is also so well insulated. It just keeps everything outside. The F-Pace is also available with the 2-litre Ingenium 4-cylinder engine churning out 177 HP and 430 Nm of torque. There are 4 variants on offer. The Jaguar F-Pace is a very desirable SUV. It offers you luxury in good doses. It's got comfort, it's got performance, it's an involving drive, and you get that practicality of the full-size spare wheel which no other premium SUV offers. So, it ticks off all the right boxes, and what's the fly in the ointment, you're asking yourself? Well, there's just one big one, and that's price, because price between 68.4 lakh rupees going up to 1.12 crore, prices are on the higher side. The version we're driving today is priced at around 1.02 crore, and that's a hefty price tag to pay.